Hello everyone, welcome back. Welcome to my channel if you're new. The spread that you see laid out here before you is the original spread from the October 9th full moon reading in Aries. Now, a viewer pointed out to me that she was watching one of my current moon readings, but happened to go back to a previous one, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. And the future messages from that moon reading put her timeline-wise exactly where she was at that point in time. So her future messages were now present timeline. And everything that Spirit gave me message-wise was coming true for her at that point in time. So I thought it would be really important to go back to I went back 6 months to previous moon messages, moon readings, sorry, the full and the new, to see if I could find any that had future messages for us. And then I did. I found several. So this is the first of many. The first future message was this one based on this purity card that is all about time-wise, February 5th, give or take, okay? Because as we know, there is no clock, there is no calendar on the other side. It's all about energy. Now, I find it interesting that right before I started this video, I came across a video about something that intrigued me because it's something that I've been feeling for months now, and it's in regards to a big shift. I know there's a big shift coming. I don't know for sure what it's going to entail. I just can feel this energetic shift, and it's huge. It's massive. It's going to change our lives. It's going to take us to a new world. Look at this path card. Do you see where she's surviving here, where she's living currently? It's like she's on a different planet. And she kind of is compared to where she's going. That's where she's headed. That's where we're headed. It's a new world. It's going to look completely different than what we're used to living right now. Now, we got the pleasure card, the growth card, the path, and purity. The pleasure card, now that I've come across this other information, is all about the pleasure that's coming to us after this timeline here, February 5th, okay? Now, it's all because of us coming into a new era of consciousness, and we're going to find ourselves on the precipice of this, again, big shift, because this information that I came across in this video, and I'm going to link the video for you all, it mirrors the messages that came through to me during this reading back on October 9th, which all of this just came. And now I looked at the clock and it's 1:44. There's 144,000 light workers on the planet. And I've been seeing actually, while I was listening to this video that I came across, I looked at my clock, or my clock on my phone, and it was 11:44. So it's just kind of blowing my mind, all this information. And I knew I just had to get on here and create this video for all of you. So I'm going to try and give you as much as I can comparatively to the messages that have already come through to me back in October. Now, this new era of consciousness, it's all about spiritual development, enlightenment, raising your vibration, stepping into that new you. Now, look at this card here, perception. Beyond the veil of illusion. This is all about enlightenment. It's about seeing things from a different angle, seeing things with clarity. Now, these were the main 4 cards from the Queen of the Moon Oracle, okay? And then if you watch my videos, you know that I lay these on top, right? I've just put them differently than they were. But on pleasure and growth, we've got the 10 of Pentacles. On growth and the path, we've got the 3 of Swords. On the path and purity, we've got the 8 of Wands. I clarified the 10 of Pentacles and got the Four of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Seven of Pentacles. And the overall energy is the Seven of Pentacles. Then on top of the Ten of Pentacles and the Three of Swords, we got rising above, which is clarity, freedom, solution. And on top of the Three of Swords and the Eight of Wands, we have the perception card, right? Now this is, look at this, the throat chakra and the third eye chakra are lit up here. Then with the Island Time Wellness deck, we got the love card, the unconditional love card. Unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. And then on top of that, we got the rest, relax, and rejuvenate. But look at this, 444. And today, like I said, I'm seeing 1144. I'm seeing 144. I'm sure all of you are as well. Now, I'm not going to get into everything that was in this video because obviously I'm going to link it for you guys. I'm going to let you watch it, but I am going to point out the areas that connect with this reading so perfectly. It's all about definitely growth. It's about an awakening. It's about enlightenment. It's about our path. Things are changing in a big way. This big shift, it's a whole new world for all of us. Now, apparently this shift is going to open up new doors for us. It's going to bring opportunities, which is basically the rising above card because it talks about a solution, which is an opportunity coming in. But apparently this started to take effect in January. And if you've been watching news around the sun, not typical news, but news around the sun, we've had a few solar flares. Now, what this video talks about is light that's entering our planet. It's entering our world. It's the light that is the enlightenment. It's going to help us to grow and awaken further. Now, apparently, these solar flares opened up a light portal for us so that we could become enlightened. Now, I believe it's so that we could become enlightened quicker and on a bigger scale than we've ever been enlightened before. And it's all about healing. It's healing us. And it's doing so because come February, which we're in now, there's going to be some up-leveling, so to speak, of our DNA. And it's this up-leveling of the DNA that's going to allow us to experience this transformation and rebirth that we're about to go through, this big shift in our world, right? But what really blows my mind, and I'm going to get to this in a minute, is this purity card. And you'll understand why it blows my mind as soon as I get to it. But this DNA up-leveling is all about, like I said, our rising above everything, rising up, and it's gonna have an effect on our identity. Now, this DNA upgrade starts February 2nd. So this purity card here is the timing card in the reading, the future timing card, because it's about the snow moon, and the snow moon is February 5th. Now, like I've always said to you, give or take, because the calendar and the clock don't exist on the other side. But the fact that this DNA up-leveling starts to take place on February 2nd, this is dated February 5th. Now, the height of this up-leveling or this healing that we're going through is February 11th. So if you look back over February, you maybe will realize that that's what you were feeling. I know I've been going through definitely a transformation. I talked about that in my last videos about this. I don't know. It's just crazy how it feels. And I'm sure a lot of you are going through it as well. But anyways, so February 2nd, it started. February 11th is the height of it. That's the climax of it. The end of it is today. So what are the odds, which is February 22nd? What are the odds that I come across this information on the last day? You know, I was guided to go back to all these previous videos to make sure that, you know, I could check and see if there is any future timing cards, and then I should put them out and let you know what the future timing was and what the message was around that future timing. And then last minute today, before I do this particular video, I come across the information that explains this reading from last October. This blows my mind. Well, just wait till you hear about the purity thing. Now, apparently, we're gonna, after the 22nd, from the 2nd to the 22nd is this upgrade, this up-leveling, this changing of the DNA. So after the 22nd of February, we're gonna start just kind of getting comfortable with the change and the upgrade, and just reacquainting ourselves with ourselves. Now, we're going to do that apparently until the July DNA upgrade, which they talk about. I believe it's a portal that is the 777 portal. Now, I believe in the video they actually call it a gateway, but I mean, gateway portal, it's the same thing. And that's kind of what we're going through here from the beginning of February for this upgrade. And does that not look like a portal? If I knew back then what I know today, this reading would have been a little bit different. I mean, I did talk about us getting on path and going to a new world, a completely different world, which is what we're doing. We're being upgraded. We are becoming different beings completely. Now, apparently, it was never the plan for us to get into these bodies and age and become diseased and ill and suffer. The plan originally apparently was that we get into these bodies and we stay eternally youthful, so that there are no distractions around what we're here to do and experience and explore and learn about, right? But go figure, because of us, the humans in us, allowing ourselves to be distracted by negativity, that is what's aging us, and it's what's causing disease and early death. We were meant to live much longer lives. Isn't that interesting? We were meant to become masters of energy and vibration and consciousness. So isn't that interesting that here we find ourselves at this point in time learning, more like relearning, about the law of attraction, and learning or relearning about energy and vibration, because we allowed the negativity of the world to take us down and take us to a place that we were never meant to go. And this really kind of made me happy in a way, because I've often wondered, why do small children have to suffer? Why did they get diseased? Why did they have to get so sick and die at a young age? Why does that happen? That just doesn't make sense to me. Now it does. They weren't meant to get sick. They weren't ever meant to die at a young age. Nobody is. So, you know, negativity, I don't have to go into it with you. I go into it with you in every reading. Stay positive, everybody. There's a good reason for it. I now have a clearer understanding of why the messages that come through my readings, as well as others' readings, are so, I don't want to say forceful, but they're very assertive, that we need to not fear. We need to trust that the universe has our back, that we just need to move forward the way we're guided. Because if none of this had taken place, if we hadn't got thrown off track because of negativity, we wouldn't be having to do this. But part of this DNA upgrade is repairing the strands that got messed up. And those strands are the strands that are allowing us, or that have created, fear, negativity. It's why we don't have faith. It's why we don't trust in moving forward. It's why we lost connection in the first place. Those are the strands that are being healed or upgraded through this upgrade in February. So once we step out of this upgrade, now it's about integrating all of that into our lives, which is no fear, moving forward fearlessly because we're guided to. Another thing too is the childlike. There's been a lot of messages around inner child and get playful, and these are all parts of this part of the DNA strand that's having to be repaired at this point in time. So all of these messages over the last months, or possibly even few years, are now starting to make sense. This process that we've gone through and coming out of it is going to take us to a place of greater pleasure. Now this card makes sense. Now, because of this ascension that we're going through, or that we just went through, it's going to also allow us to let go of victim mentality, or feeling like we're victims. And it's going to allow us to step into our true, authentic, fifth dimensional selves. This just sounds so exciting to me. Those of you that are still here, you are part of my soul tribe because you're still here. Those that have clicked off, obviously, they're not ready for this information. But when I got this information, I was so excited to hear it because it just made everything make sense that wasn't really making sense. Another thing that's going to be made available to us because of this ascension and this DNA upgrade that we're going through is the ability to know things. Now, we have grown that way. I know all of us have grown that way to a degree up to this point in time, but apparently this is going to bring such great wisdom. We are going to be ascending to a place where we vibrate at a higher level than our material world. Isn't that crazy? And I am so excited for this. I'm glad it's the 22nd of February because I can't wait to step into this new realm. And because of this, everyone, this is us stepping into our more spiritual side. We're going to be more of a spiritual being than a human being at this point in time. And this is what blew me away with this card here. Now, apparently, the process we're going through is called crystallization. And to speed up the process, it's necessary to activate the core of purity that's contained inside each electron of valuable life energy. That's why I was so blown away when I watched this video, because it talks about purity. And here's that card that showed up, and that's the timing card. It's just crazy how it connects with my October 9th moon reading messages. When I first started getting the messages about this big shift that was coming, that I could feel, little did I know just how big it was. I knew it was big. I could feel it. It's all about enlightenment. I don't know if you're getting from this what I got from this, but what I take away from this information, it's incredible. It's absolutely incredible that I could get messages in cards and through being connected to my guides that give us information for the future, and the steps that I took to get this information that I got today. There's no coincidences. Everything does happen for a reason, and it happens when it's supposed to happen. Some of the information that came through during the reading for this was about the big shift, absolutely. Another message that came through, though, that has been coming through for me for months, is that once this big shift takes place, we're never going to have to worry about money again. The changes that are created, and now I understand why, because it's all about this DNA up-leveling or upgrading that's taking place. It's stepping us into our fifth dimension selves, where we just attract everything to us. We don't have to work hard for anything anymore. It's going to be automatically attracted just because the upgrade is increasing our spirituality and our abilities to live life the way we were always meant to live life, from the spiritual side. We definitely are getting onto a new path. We know that because it's a new world. It's not just a new path, it's a whole new world. You're going to feel a surge. Now, I've been feeling a surge. I don't feel it today, but I felt it for about a week. For about the past week, I felt a surge of energy. And it was within that surge that I was guided to make a move in a direction. It's a big move in my mind, but it's something that I know, I just know it's going to take me someplace better. It's a first step toward something much better for me. So those of you that have been guided and directed in a specific way recently, and maybe it's a big step for you too. If you feel you've been divinely guided, take that step, because it is going to take you someplace amazing. It's going to take you someplace so much better. I'm being guided to sell my vehicle. Now, I bought this vehicle new 4 years ago. I was 56 years old. That was the first brand new vehicle I'd ever purchased in my life. So it meant a lot to me. But I'm not attached to it, and I'm okay with selling it, because the money that I get from it is going to take me in that new direction. Now, I'm not completely sure what that direction is yet. I think I might know what it is, but I'm not positive, and I won't know for sure until I'm guided in the direction that I'm supposed to go in. All I know is I got the Jeep washed, I got it cleaned out, now I got to vacuum the inside of it, but right now we're going through a major cold spell and non-stop snow, so it's going to be a few days, but I think we needed to get to this February 22nd point anyways, because once we're done there, we're done. We're done with the DNA upgrades. Those are done, right? The shift is now about to take place. Now that we come out of that, we're going to settle into our new light bodies. We're going to start to become more fifth dimensional, meaning that we're going to be more spiritual. We are going to hear things. We're going to, where did I get that? Here. Perception beyond the veil of illusion. This veil is thinning, and it is doing so because of our growth, because of this transformation, this upgrade that we're going through. Now, because of this, like I said, you are just going to know things, okay? This is massive, everyone. This is absolutely massive. And it's taking us to an outcome of unconditional love and enlightenment, okay? But unconditional love of everything, everyone on the planet, which in turn is going to take us to a place where we can just relax, chill out. We're coming into the end of this video. I just wanted to get a card from Spirit, just a present message from Spirit for us, since these were all from the past about the future, which is now the present. But let's see what Spirit has for us in the present. This is the Sacred Destiny deck. All these decks will be listed below again, and they're listed below in the October 9th reading if you go there. So, oh wow, this is perfect. I can't believe this came out. That is exactly what's taking place. So I'm going to keep this here. I want to read this from the book for you all, because I know that there's going to be an amazing message in there for us. So let me get the book. Okay, enlightenment. Okay, it says vast galaxy. Our beautiful home galaxy is so large that if you traveled at the speed of light, it would take you 100,000 years to go from one end to the other. It is small compared to some galaxies. For example, the Hercules A galaxy would take 1.5 million years to cross at the speed of light. The realm of galaxies is so vast and so wide that it is beyond human comprehension, which is why the galaxy often symbolizes great enlightenment as well as faith in the forces much greater than us. The sacred landscape wants you to know this. Enlightenment occurs when one steps out of the confines of an ordinary definition of self and expands into a greater awareness of the self within the universe. You are now reaching into the invisible realm of spirit and connecting with what you cannot see. Forces beneath the surface are supporting you on your journey. Have faith in yourself. You are so much more than you believe yourself to be. Have patience that there is a plan unfolding. The sky's the limit. This card represents enlightenment and signals that you are entering into a time of expansive transformation in a luminous and remarkable way. Now, luminous, that is absolutely right, because this is all about our light body. It's all about the light that's coming through to the planet now for us and helping us to make this ascension. Trust that the changes ahead are for the greater good, for most certainly they are. So like I said, whatever you find yourself being guided to do, do it, because it is definitely taking you someplace, sorry everybody, someplace so much better. Look at this. This is us. I just can't believe this card came out, because this is where we're at, where we're leaving. This is where we're being asked to move toward. And look at this. This is a boat that's leaving or has left the water. And look at, here's the same kind of landscape. It's like a mountainous kind of, some kind of landscape like this, right? Sorry for the light and the glare. But we're on this boat and we're not steering this boat. We're not even paddling. We're not doing anything with this boat. It's just taking us up and away to this in the sky, because the sky is the limit. That's the message with this card. Thank you, Spirit. I did not click into that in the first reading, and I did not click into that until this card. But this path card represents us moving to a new world where the sky is the limit. Wow. I thought the energy in this reading on October 9th or for October 9th was big. It's bigger today. It's even bigger now. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I'm blown away. I'm so grateful for Spirit guiding me in this way, though, because I know this is going to help a lot of you out there. Leave comments. Let me know if you like this, if you want me to keep doing this, because I do want to keep doing this. If not for you guys, for me, I'm going to keep doing it anyways. But let me know if this is a good thing for you, if this is helping you to move forward into this new world, this new path. Okay, I think that's everything I need to tell you. Yes, angels, that's everything. That's everything. Okay, everyone. I hope it resonates. I hope it helps you. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next one.